today. Y'all, we had to restart the camera. We were just like just combobulated. I'm pissed off. I just hate the technical side of this shit. So it's so annoying. But anyways, we're going to be talking about attachment styles today.
Yes.
We are so excited to start this. Like, we just love talking about this shit.
It's the type of stuff we talk about all the time in our free time. So it's like, it's really nice to have this conversation fully out, and like we've done a lot of note taking and stuff to get into it.
We're on top of it in our personal lives. So we've definitely had a conversation similar to this. But we took our attachment style quizzes and we're going to be sharing the results and breaking it down. So go ahead and start with yours.
So mine is an anxious, secure attachment style, which I'm overly joyed about because
overjoyed.
I was like on the extreme side of anxious before. And so to get here now is like, thank the Lord, because being overly anxious does nothing but make it worse for you.
Yeah.
And so it was like, I was just always on edge. I don't think I ever was like restful. And I think now I feel so much more chill.
Yeah.
In general with my life.
Yeah.
And so what was yours?
Anxious attachment mixed with fearful avoidant. And we looking at that mic, baby. You better not cut off. But before I took into an attachment style quiz and I was secure attachment. But like I was saying before, like I do believe that I hadn't been truly tested in any other of my romantic relationships than my most recent relationship that I was in. So I was thinking that I was securely attached. And then when all these anxious attachment or fearful avoidance styles were coming up, I was very much confused. But it just goes to show that like you really truly never know like how you will be attached to somebody or how you'll maneuver until you're really like tested through like a longer term relationship where things are more serious. And so I mean, I'm anxious attachment with some fearful avoidant. And that doesn't feel the best to go from thinking that I'm secure to that. But I do think that it's going to be very easy for me to get to that secure attachment because I have like the experience of knowing how I was in that relationship and not wanting to repeat that. But we can get more into it. You want to go ahead?
Yeah, I could go into it. So, I mean, for me, what I've noticed, at least through the description, it says more like that I just seek consistency. And so when that like shifts, it becomes really extreme for me.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that even in like day-to-day life, that's kind of how it is for me too, though. It's kind of like I work well with schedules. I work well with things being consistent and the same. And so when I have like some sort of format for something, it just makes more sense in my mind. And when that shifts, even if somebody's like for example, I know that for me, when I'm late somewhere, it really affects my day. Like it's so hard for me. I'm just like, I just keep thinking about the fact that I was late. And so it just be causing like a whole thing where sometimes it's like it didn't matter, but I have now made it matter because of my thoughts. And so I mean, when it says that, it makes a lot of sense. I find that in my own relationship, I have been able to settle a lot more. And maybe I think that has led me to coming through thinking about like, what is it that I'm anxious about and that kind of thing. I do think that a significant shift for me was that in my past relationships and when I used to be talking to people, I think my comments kind of led to the question, like, what can I do to make this better? Or what can I do to change? Or what can I do that fits their view? And now it's been more lean towards, does this work? And am I willing to be okay with this person if they're like this? And so I think that that's a huge thing for me, that a lot of the questions have now circled to being more centered in me being okay rather than the relationship. Because I feel like before I was very reliant on like keeping relationships together rather than like my own mentor, what I even wanted for real.
And when you are secure within yourself, I feel like your relationship just gets better in turn. Like when you are not constantly asking, are we okay? Is everything okay? Like, just so anxious and just so like in this, like, are we okay? Like, when you're secure within yourself, you're like, yeah, of course we're okay. Like, I'm fine, we're fine. Like, and it's really hard to learn that though. Like, it's really hard to let go of that and to just be like, we're good. Like, and to sit with that and be okay and not have to psychoanalyze every little thing. I know I do that, but I don't know. Let me get into this, I guess. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I am a decoder. Like, I feel like we both are, but I am extremely like I just think deeper into everything, and it can fuel some anxiety, especially in that my past relationship. I just felt like I was always on the edge of like a breakup every time. Like, I mean, that is true. I really was. Like, I really was. And that's why I feel like that relationship made me way more anxious, because like I knew that any little incompatibility or any sort of argument or anything where it was conflict, he was ready to just be like, well, I'm not dealing with this shit, so good night.
Right.
And I just felt like when you love somebody, it's not easy to just let go and be like, okay, well, I guess he just wants to. No, it's like, what the fuck? Let's talk. Like, let me decode what I did wrong, what was wrong, where exactly the problem is. And that is just like, when you start putting yourself in that mind, it really fucks you up.
Yeah.
Like, you stop feeling and you start analyzing. You're more in your head instead of just living in the relationship. And that's why I just feel bad for myself, because I'm like, I should be with somebody that like doesn't cause those things. And it, you know, like, yes, my attachment style is my problem. Like, I don't believe that the way that I act in a relationship, like, is my partner's problem. Like, I need to figure that out on my own. But I feel like there's still some things your partner should do to make you feel more at ease, and not like, it's just weird. Like, that was just weird. But they said that I look for meaning in very small signals and stuff like that. People with anxious attachment often become highly attuned to changes in connection because relationships feel very important to their emotional security, which I feel like we both can like relate to that. You also seem to struggle mostly with uncertainty, not necessarily rejection itself. A clear no is easier for me than mixed signals, silence, ambiguous feelings. And that's fully me. Like, it's not that I don't fear like rejection or anything. Like, if you just don't want to be with me, that's fine. Or if you just, that's fine. But like, just say that. Like,
right.
Don't have me in this space where I don't know where things are going to go between us, or like, I feel like you're just ready to up and leave at any moment, because that's going to give me it's just going to put me in a bad spot mentally. Yeah. And we both both are like this. It's just fucked. Like, it's so fucked. And then my fearful avoidant says, at the same time, you don't strike me as someone who simply wants closeness at all cost. You want deep intimacy, but also want protection. You often ask, how can I know their intention? How do I avoid being played with? What boundaries should I have? What roles should they play in my life? Part of you craves being fully seen and loved, and another part is constantly assessing, is this safe for me? This creates a push and pull dynamic where you desire closeness, you get hurt, then you become guarded, but you still miss the connection and consider opening up again to this person. Which, like it's just like, I require so much intimacy and closeness in my relationships, and it's like, when the other person isn't willing to give me what I feel like I deserve, like, that obviously is hurtful to me, and I'll pull away. But like, part of me, that closeness, that feeling of wanting to be close, just doesn't go away. Like, I feel like I don't know if it's just takes me longer to like let go of emotional connections with people. Like, it's really, really hard. Like, it takes me like damn near like a year. Like, if I really care about you and love you, like, it's gonna take me a while to like forget the safety and the intimacy and the closeness that I had with somebody. And I guess like there's some fear in that. I guess like I'll read more, but like there's fear for me in like thinking that I won't have that intimacy again with this person, and it causes me to want to cling even closer to them. I'm like, no, like, what are you doing? Like, I can't live life, or like I don't know if I'm gonna get this again. And so I try to hold on to it. And it's just like, sometimes you just gotta let go. And that'd be fucking me up, because I can't. Like, and that's what they're saying here is like the whole ambiguity thing is not going to work for me. If I don't know where I stand with someone, I can't move on. I can't.
Yeah.
And that's why in my last relationship, I had to spin the block that one last time just to make sure. Like, girl, it's a closed door. And now that that door closed, I'm over that shit. Like, really. Like, it took me a few days. I was sad, but baby, that was the
Yeah.
freedom and the clarity that I needed. I can't do mixed.
Yeah.
I have to know for sure.
Yeah.
Or
That's
else I'm
how
gonna
I
just
am,
keep hope.
too.
I'm gonna just keep being like, well, maybe.
I'm a Virgo down.
Yeah,
so
Virgo down.
I need to know everything, and if I don't know it, I'm gonna find out.
Yeah.
Like right away.
Yeah.
Like, and I've realized that that has been a thing for me in this relationship. It's been a lot of like, I feel like I need to know everything, and so
Yeah.
that's like, it almost is too much sometimes. I've noticed, and at least in my therapy, I've talked about it, like where it's like sometimes you have to be okay with not knowing. Sometimes
Yeah.
you do have to be okay with like, you're not gonna know everything. You aren't gonna be able to predict everything. Like, you just have to be okay with things going out, they will go.
Yeah.
And like figuring out how you will do things when certain things happen.
Yeah. I feel
And
like
yeah, it's really hard for me because it's like, I don't know, like I'm just so used to a specific thing. Like I'm used to a schedule. I'm used to things going a certain way. So
yeah.
I think I get nervous of like, will this one thing knock everything over? Or will
Yeah.
this change in pattern be the reason that I feel this certain way?
Yeah.
Or, you know, like it just really triggers this thing in me of like uncertainty.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the fear is for me, is
Yeah.
not knowing. I would rather just be in a space of knowing everything.
I feel that. But I think where me and you differ is like, you will seek out an answer and ask questions, whereas like me, I try to do I try to find the answers within myself, because I truly feel like I can figure shit out on my own. And like, but I think that that's a hard pill for me to swallow, is realizing that I don't know everything and that I do have to like seek out answers from other people or from the other person or like this or that, or like figure out answers outside of myself. Like, I hate not knowing. Like, I want to take the time to do the self-discovery and be like, okay, I know within myself the answer, but this was different. Like, there's nothing that I could do to make myself know or to really know. So I had to seek out that. And that was scary for me too, because I feel like with you really prioritize that with like the people that well, not anymore, but like in your past when you dated, you really like have those conversations. Whereas me, more so like I work through it on my own, I guess. I don't really know.
Yeah.
It's just hard. It's really hard to like move through life with that kind of attachment style of just like needing to know the answers. I feel like there's so much freedom in being okay with not
We're
knowing.
good with not knowing. There's so
And
much freedom in it.
I don't think I'm there yet.
Yeah. I want to be there.
Yeah, me too.
I also feel like I feel like the last portion of anxious attachment that I need to let go of for me, and I think this is when I would feel secure, is when I can be, like, I can know that my relationship is good without talking about it or asking a certain question in a time frame. Like, I feel like for me, even if like everything is going good, I almost feel like I'm like, there's something in me that's always like, but don't you just want to like figure it? Like, don't you just want to make sure?
You're like, but wait, I could know for sure though.
And it's like something in me tells me like, but you never know by yourself. You have to ask them.
Yeah.
And so I think if I could let go of that and just be okay with being like, things will present themselves when they are wrong, and you don't have to like test over and over to see.
Yeah, I see that. Like for me though, I just require consistency. As long as you're consistent, like even here it said your biggest emotional need is you require emotional reassurance and consistency. And as long as like like, okay, this is what the thing is telling me. No grand gestures, not expensive gifts, not constant attention, but consistency. You seem to thrive when someone says what they mean, follows through, communicates directly, makes their feelings known, and doesn't leave you guessing. And that is like so true. Like I feel like that's with everyone though. Like I really do think that like I don't know. It's like when someone every time I date somebody, there's so many promises and so much potential and hope and all of that shit. And it's just like, I cling to that. Like, I cling to that because it's like, okay, this is what you're showing me. This is what you're telling me. And if I care about you, I'm expecting you to follow through with these things. And I'm expecting you to communicate your wants with me clearly and directly. And when I feel like that is at jeopardy, like that security that you gave me is at jeopardy, that's when I just start, I'm like, oh, hell nah. Fuck nah. Like, baby, this ain't how it's supposed to go. And yeah, instead of just letting it like play out how it's supposed to play out, we're like, hell no. I'm going to control the narrative. Like, this is my relationship. Yes. I can decide like if this is going to go the way that I feel like the direction it should go. But sometimes we just got to just be like, okay, well, sit back and just let them prove to you, like, show up in your life and not have to be so hands-on. And that's another thing that I really have a hard problem. It's just really believing what someone is showing me. Like, there's been so many times in my past relationships where like someone will blatantly show me that like what they said their intentions are isn't really showing up. But I'm just so clingy to like that promise that I feel like as long as I control the narrative, it can become a reality. But I'm just going to finish up with this whole prompt and move the fuck on. A lot of distress appears from certain situations where you're trying to decode someone's feelings rather than experiencing them clearly. You're a romantic ideal. You often talk about love in a very emotional, almost poetic way. You seem to want friendship and romance, passion and safety, deep conversations, loyalty, and being chosen intentionally. You don't seem interested in casual relationships that stay on the surface for long. You want a connection that feels meaningful, which obviously everyone wants that. You seem to take responsibility for figuring everything out. Sure the fuck do.
Yeah.
When relationships become confusing, you often ask, what can I say? What should I text? How do I make them understand? And how can I connect? But healthy relationships require less decoding. The right person still needs effort and communication, but you won't have to become a detective to know where they stand. Clock that.
Clock that.
Because I'm tired of that detective shit. I'm tired of having to be like, bitch, I shouldn't have to try to figure you out. You should just show up and stand on that. In summary, you appear to be someone who loves deeply, fears losing meaningful connections, and seeks reassurance through understanding, and is happiest when love feels both emotionally intense and reliably consistent. Yeah. So I just gotta let go of some of that like fearful stuff, like, and just, feel secure in knowing that things are supposed to play out however they're supposed to play out, and knowing that like no matter what, I can't control the narrative as hard as I fight. We both have to learn that, like baby, you can't control the narrative. Like, you just can show up and fully just show up for yourself in the relationship. Fight for it. Don't like give up. Like, fight for the love that you want and have the hard conversations and speak about how you feel. But if the other person isn't doing the same thing, you just gotta let them theory, girl. You just gotta let them.
Let them theory.
Let them play in your face. let them do you dirty. Like,
just let them.
That's so hard. It's so hard to just let them play in your face. But okay, go ahead, finish up.
Okay, girl. Actually, now we're gonna play our game.
Okay.
Rate the red flag. So,
I'm excited.
In this, we're gonna say a behavior or something that somebody would do, and we have to decide if it's secure, anxious, avoidant, or if it's just toxic.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll start. You have a guy and he leaves you undelivered for 3 days and then comes back like nothing happened.
Baby, that's... I don't know. To me, it's a mix of secure and avoidant. Like, I do think that... Okay, 3 days is crazy as fuck. No, 3 days is crazy as fuck. That's avoidant. I'm sorry. I have to just say it's avoidant.
To me, it's between avoidant or just toxic. Because I find that, to me... People who are secure, like, yes, they're not wanting to talk all day.
Yeah.
But they understand that like you want to
Yeah,
check in daily.
exactly. Yeah, you're right.
So I think that to me, somebody just leaving for 3 days and not saying nothing, like,
That ain't
first of
gonna
all,
work.
get your communication up. But
Yeah, we're too grown for that.
second,
That's
like,
insane. That's so
yeah, I would
insane.
say between there.
It also depends on what stage you're at. Like, if we're just talking, I'm not really gonna, like, I'm probably talking to other people, or I'm busy in my own life.
Yeah.
So 3 days, I'm still gonna be like, damn, 3 days. But, like, I'm not gonna be, like, overly, like anxious about it. But if we're just toxic, and I don't want nothing
Then I don't
to
want
do
nothing
with
to do
that.
with somebody like that at
Ooh,
all.
leave me out of it. Okay. Next is someone that needs constant reassurance.
Boop. Yeah. I would say that's overly anxious.
Yeah.
But the thing is, would I not date them? No, I probably would.
Yeah,
Just
I don't
because,
mind.
like, I've been there. And honestly, I feel like I'd rather deal with somebody anxious than avoidant. I think to me, anxious, I understand it better.
Yeah.
I know what I can do. I feel like there's things I can do in an anxious situation.
I agree.
I can reassure them. I can like give them, you know, like an idea of our relationship and all that. I feel like with avoidant, I have a hard time understanding what you do. Because you kind of are just there. And they're just going to do what they're going to do.
And they're just like, they think that being avoidant is okay. And you're just like, well, it's like, I can't understand that perspective because I've never been avoidant.
I've never been avoidant, so I don't understand it.
Yeah, but I do think that I am someone who hates to have to constantly reassure somebody. I can't, because I'm just like, please, like, you know me. Like, I feel like if you know me, I'm obsessive with the people that I love. So I feel like if you are still not reassured enough, and I'm like, you know that I'm on your body, like, you know that I love you, you know that I care, I show up for the men and the women that I date. So I feel like I shouldn't have to reassure you even further.
Yeah, I think that's fair though.
But it's
like,
like,
I think in my
if
circumstance,
you're overly like seeking reassurance, like all the it's exhausting. It really is exhausting.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I think I've been anxious from past situations, but they weren't showing up in the same way, and so I think that that's where it.
If you have somebody that's showing up and really like,
I think it wouldn't trigger us.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that way.
But I think it's obviously avoidant. I mean, it's anxious. So. Okay, next.
Okay, what if they would want exclusivity after 2 dates?
I know you were living for that one.
Living!
My bitch loves when someone is just like all in with her, like in the beginning. Yeah, she's like, oh, they're all over me. Like,
are just like, obviously not like we started talking and they're like, oh my God, I love you so much. But if we've been on a few dates and they're like, yeah, I need that. Like,
you're living for that?
I'm like, down. I'm obsessed. I think for me it's because most people, I don't feel like you need to go on 5 dates to know if you could see even just dating with that person, because I think that that's the hard part. It's like people don't want to put the label on it. Yeah. But it's like, why? Like, I can be, if I've been on 2 dates with you and I can see I want to go on more dates with you, I think to me that serves as like, okay, well, we could see what happens now. Like,
yeah, but that's not okay. Exclusivity and relationship is two different things.
I'm fine with exclusivity. I'm not somebody who like really cares to be. I think that I get overwhelmed when I go on a bunch of dates with different people all the time, because it does become a lot.
Yeah,
for
I agree.
Me.
But I also think that like, I don't know. 2 dates is kind of crazy. Like if I was if I'm on after the second date, like right after the second date, he drops me off at home. We're sitting in the car, like having our little goodbyes, and he's like, you know what? Like, I really like you, and I don't want to date anyone else. I just want to be about you, and I hope, I want you to like do the same. It depends on where I'm like at. Like, like all this is really like depends on the situation. But it's just like, what if I'm like just playing the field a little bit? Like, I'm not saying that I'm just like overly dating, but like, what if I'm just like, well, I'm still getting to know you, and you're over here like damn near saying that like you want to pursue a full relationship. I don't know. I'd be a little bit like, maybe we should give it maybe another date or two.
Yeah, I think also that depends, because I do feel like there's been times where I haven't been sure if I'm ready for a full relationship, but I still go on dates.
Yeah.
And so I think then I would feel like, oh, this is doing a lot. But the last time I went into dating, I was very sure that like I want a relationship. Yeah. So I think if that's how it went, like, then that would have made sense for me.
I think this is secure. Like, I do think it's secure. I think it's because especially they're just saying how they feel. It's not like like a deal breaker. It's just like, well, I'm just being upfront and honest and letting you know, like, hey, I just want you right now, and I want to.
Especially if they don't ask you. Like, if they're not like, I only will
if
move
they're not trying to
forward,
control,
and if
like,
we are both exclusive. If they're like, I just want to be exclusive, and I just want to like let you know how I'm feeling.
I love that.
To me, that's very secure. It makes sense.
Because that's gonna make me like want to lock in.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even gonna lie. That's gonna make me okay. Like, yes. Okay. Next, says I'm just bad at texting.
I feel like
that's just toxic to me. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm
No.
sorry. I get it.
Like, I get it, but no.
But no, because even at my worst, and I don't like to use me as an example because I feel like I'm just somebody who overly like responds to people.
Yeah.
And like,
but I'm not, and I still like no. Like, I don't overly show up all the time, but like, I dated people who like work 2 jobs full time in school, like have their own friends and family, and they will text me while they're at work, like, hey babe, just letting you know I'm busy right now, letting you know I might not text you in the next until I get home. It's really that simple.
Really that simple.
If you're not mature enough to understand that, all it takes is like 10-second text. Hey babe, I'm da-da-da-da. And I'm like, okay, good. Like, I'm not. I don't have to overthink. I don't have to like trip out. Just be mature and secure. That's secure to me. Or toxic if you don't do that.
Yeah, it's very toxic. If they never ask for help.
And avoidant as fuck.
Avoidant down.
Avoidant as fuck.
I know some people are like that, where they like don't want to feel like they have to rely on anybody.
And I hate that.
And I hate that out of a person.
Because it's just like...
it's like so like main character syndrome.
Yes. It's so like fake alpha male, like, oh, I just gotta like...
I just don't want to become reliant on anybody. I just don't want to
like
have
that whole like thing, like, oh, men cry in silence, or like, but it's like, bitch,
baby starts with
like literally, it's just so annoying to me when I feel like I have to like beat like a confession out of a man, or like be like, come on, tell me, just talk, like. Like, why do I have to like convince you to reach out to me? Like, just if you, I don't know. And I feel like we make it very easy. Like, we're not the type of girls that like, I hate when I say stuff like that.
Because it does come off
so it does terrible. Come off pick me. But like, we're just not the type of people that will like make you feel like you can't talk to us, or make you feel like there's a boundary there. I feel like we're so open, and we create a space of safety and comfort and like emotional vulnerability. Like, we're always the first one to break the ice with that emotional vulnerability. So it's like, you know that you can talk to me. They know that they can talk to you, but they're just choosing not to because of this weird like
overly avoidant.
And I'm not rocking with that. I'm not rocking with it. And I'm not about to like, baby, I'm not about to, you know. That reminds me of like, you know how girls be like, oh, I'm so ugly, I'm so fat. Yeah, you are. Yeah. Like, I'm not about to like, I'm not about to do all that. If you just if you want to play that game, I'm just gonna ignore you. Like, sorry, I don't have nothing to say. Okay, last one. Test people instead of communicating. Oh,
it's very irritating. I feel like you have to be somewhere between anxious and toxic. Because it's like, you have to have that anxious trigger to be like, I feel like there's something wrong.
Yeah.
But then you have to go on by yourself to decide, I don't even want to ask. I don't even want to try to figure it out. Like, I just want to like test you.
And watch you crumble and fold there. And it's just like, well, you could just let me know that you're feeling...
Girl.
That was my ex down. Like, literally,
testing
instead of just like
so irritating.
Communicating to me like, hey, I require this, or like, what you did made me feel this way, and like, I need this to feel secure in my relationship. Please just tell me. Like, I'm a very like, I will work with you. Whatever you need. Whatever you need. If I really like you, I'm willing to work with you through whatever. But if you want to test me and do that petty little shit where it's like you're psychoanalyzing my responses, and if my response isn't what like exactly what you think it's gonna be, now you just think that I'm a terrible shitty fucking person. Now I'm just this like, no, that's just not an accurate representation of how to go about a relationship. That's not how you're gonna get the most authentic version of the person that you're talking to. Like, it's just so toxic. It's not
It's
it.
not it at all, and I don't like that.
And you can get up out my face with all,
All
of
of
that.
that.
Nah.
But speaking of relationships, we can move to hard truths that we learned.
Yeah.
And so we can first start with a lesson that you wish you knew sooner.
Woo! Do you have one? I need to think. I wish I knew sooner.
I think one thing I wish I knew sooner and that I've been learning recently is like you can't outthink, you can't out show up somebody not liking you.
Yeah.
And that you can't control that narrative. You can't do anything to get chose. You just
literally
have to see if that's the person and move on. Because I feel like I've wasted a lot of time in the past trying to convince. It literally was that. Trying to convince somebody that I'm like, no, but I'm what you need. No, but I'm the person for you.
Yes. Like literally.
I just wasted a lot of time with that.
So much time.
Where it's like.
So much time.
Now I see it's like, okay, it really shouldn't have even been all that. I shouldn't have to convince somebody to choose
see
me. To
exactly.
See me.
Exactly. That's like what I was going to say too. But also like, I feel like I wish I would have learned sooner that like I hate, like, this is kind of, I don't know, but like if they wanted to, they would kind of energy. Like there's a certain point where someone's potential is just not enough. Like you have to stop holding so much value in what's not being shown. Like, oh, but they could do this, or we could work on this, but they're not though.
Right.
And if they wanted to, they would. If they wanted to work on their insecurities to be a better person, they would. They know that they're insecure. They probably admit that they're insecure. They're not trying to work on it. So what are you going to do? You're going to stay and wait for them to show up? They have it. They're not going to leave it. Like, just leave it. And I wish I would have, I wish I need to learn how to walk away sooner. Like, I just stayed for a lot of shit because of the potential or because of what could have been or the small moments. And it's like, okay, but no. They're not going to actually be what you need and what you want. And you're just wasting your own fucking time.
All that. What about a relationship habit that you had to outgrow?
Oh, relationship habit. I have a habit of emotionally investing myself too early. Like that, I'm trying to outgrow it. It's still a struggle for me. So I guess I haven't outgrown it, but I will.
Right. I know that's right.
But like when I really like somebody, I'm all in. Like I don't have strict boundaries, and that's fucked up. Like you need to have boundaries, like really strict boundaries, so that you don't go off course, so that you don't let shit slide where you shouldn't. And that's something I had to outgrow, and I have to still outgrow. Is like, stop giving so much of yourself to these people when you don't even know if they're willing to give you the same energy back. Stop holding so much space for someone who doesn't care to hold space for you. And that's something that I am still working on, because I get very obsessive. And I immediately want to integrate them into my life, and I immediately want to start considering their feelings and like doing things for them and making them feel safe and secure. And they're not even thinking like that for me. They're like, hey, I'm just still getting to know this girl. I don't even fucking know her, and this and that. And it's just like, that will really put you in like a state of patheticism. Is that a word?
All that.
Where you're a pathetic bird brain ass bitch. You're just like, tweety like, and they're just having their way with you.
Yeah, I'm the same for sure. But one that I was thinking of is like, you can't like, one thing I still kind of have to outgrow is like opening up in a way that's like, I feel like I give everything without thinking of like what's healthy. Like I think for me, at least recently in therapy, I've been talking a lot about privacy and why I have trouble with it. And it's like, in my mind, I guess I just am so overcompensating. I'm always just like, well, if they get worried, I want them to feel like this. Or if they need this, I want them to have that. And so I think I've gotten to the point where I overcompensate for everything to where I have nothing. Like I don't really want to keep anything to myself, and I don't want to have anything that's just for me. Everything is like
down.
It's us. And so I think I get to I get too solid
Oversharing.
into the relationship to where I stop thinking about me as a person.
Me too.
And so that's where it's like, okay, I need to outgrow that because
girl, down.
And I'm working on it right now where it's like I do need to do things on my own. I need to like be okay with like certain things are gonna be a private thing. Certain things I won't be able to overly share, overly do the most. Like everything is not gonna be us. Sometimes it's just gonna be me.
Especially when you realize that like it hasn't really worked. Like oversharing, you might think like, oh, it's gonna make it better. Has it? No.
Right.
And I feel like that goes with me too. Like both of us have experienced that where it's like we think that just being open with everything and letting this person know everything about our past and about how you feel about them and about every single thought that you're having, and you're just like, you think that's going to give them security and that reassurance that you might crave. Because I feel like we like that. Like we want to know everything. Like even if it like makes me uncomfortable, I still would like to know. But it's okay to just keep some things to yourself. Like having privacy in a relationship is really healthy and secure for you to do. And we both have to work on that.
Yeah.
Like I definitely just... Because it's like, well, why not? Why wouldn't I just tell you? Like, I don't have anything to hide. And it's like, well... you know, it hasn't ever like helped the relationship, so maybe just don't do it.
Yeah, all that.
Okay, what's next? Something you thought was love that wasn't.
Oh, that's a good one. I think that I thought that because there was a person that if I needed them, they would show up. I thought that to me meant that our relationship was the best and that I could love this person, that we both loved each other, because if things got dire and if I really needed them, they would be there. But it was like, girl, that's not enough. Like, I think that everything else was lacking, and I was holding on to like, well, if I really need him, he's there. Or like, if something really happens, I know I can call him.
Yeah.
And so I think to me, that's what love meant before. I always thought like, well, I could rely on him. He's like there when I need it. But it's like there were so many other things that were like so wrong that it was like, okay, girl, how much are you gonna like drag that to be the main thing?
Yeah, so I've never experienced that. That's interesting.
But yeah, don't experience that.
What I thought was love that I realized isn't is being so willing to accept someone's flaws. I feel like I can accept anything. Like I overlook so many red flags or just things about somebody that I should take into higher consideration. Like it's concerning, you know, some of these behaviors, but I'm just like, well, like I truly feel like my love can heal, like in a way. And I don't know if that's like an egotistical thing about me, that I think that I can just heal people just by them being around me. But it's like, I just feel like that. Yeah, and it's like, that isn't love. Like that isn't love. Like just like accepting someone for who they are, even if they're toxic or they have bad habits or like things that they need to fix or just their past. And I'm just willing to be like, well, like, you know, if I work on them, over time, I can teach them how to unlearn these things and I can work with them and be like an example of like, they can feel safe and comforted and they can be more secure with me because I feel like my love can heal. Yeah. And
I get it, but it hasn't.
And it hasn't did shit. So.
I do get it.
And they're still stuck in their ways. So it's like, okay, what was that all about? You accepted them and they're still not changing. They're still the same. They're still showing up unhealed. They have to want to change. They have to want to take responsibility for their own insecurities and their own attachment styles like we do. Yeah. We are so hyper aware and self-aware of like who we are and how our actions and our ways affect the relationship and our friends and family too. And we take the responsibility, like it's our deepest responsibility to like know who we are as people. That is like our biggest concern. Like that's what we talk about all the time, is figuring out who we are. And we take that very seriously and we take that very personally because it's no one else's problem but our own. Exactly. But we think that
everybody else's problem
is ours too. And so it's like you have all this emotional weight on you, not only from your own shit, but from whoever. And it's like, no, let him figure his shit out. If he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to. Find someone that has the self-awareness that want to work on their shit, where you don't have to feel like you have to like do the heavy lifting for him. He
Yeah.
needs to go to therapy on his own. He needs to work through his own insecurities.
Yeah.
He needs to work through his own trust issues. That's not for you to heal. And I made it my personal mission to do so. And it
Yep.
fucked me up bad because they still didn't heal. And I'm just holding all this space and I just get fucked.
Yep.
So yeah, that's that.
Actually, we're going to move on to a new segment. And in this segment, it is called our dream sequence.
Dream sequence.
In this segment, we ask each other hypothetical questions
Yes.
or situations, map them out to see what we would do in that scenario.
Yeah. Okay.
In our first scenario, you meet your dream partner. They're attractive, kind, and successful. But they only text back once every 10 hours. What would you do?
Baby, 10 hours is half a day. What the fuck are we talking about? 10 hours is
baby,
too
that's
close to
the
12
whole
hours.
day.
That's the whole day. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing that you're not texting for 10 hours? That's not gonna work. Like dream partner though, like they're my like fine as shit. They're fine as fuck. They're like the sweetest, gentlest, most like emotionally intelligent man. And they successful, got a good career, can take care of me. But they just like, baby, I'm texting you on my time type
I
shit.
feel like that removes the emotionally.
That does. It removes the glamorous for real.
Yeah.
It's
because
just
they
like,
really aren't emotionally
it's
intelligent.
like, to me, it would feel like I'm more so in love with the concept of a person. Like, you're not even really here. Like, you're just
Yes.
concepts of a man. Like,
Yes.
thoughts and prayers of a man. Like, no,
All of
I
that,
couldn't.
Yeah, they're not emotionally intelligent because if they were, they would understand how that affects you.
Exactly.
And it's like, if they are just not 10 hours is crazy. Like, what can somebody be doing
I
for
can
10
understand like
hours?
every like 5-6 hours. 10? You don't like me.
Just all day.
You don't like me. And like, I'm gonna think that you like have a secret family or something.
Yeah.
Like you are living like a second life. Or you just don't have time for me. If you don't have time to text me, you don't have time for a relationship, period. So you're just not like, yeah, you're my dream person, but you're not ready for what I would require.
Yeah.
So that's out. Sorry. Okay. You get a magic button, press it, and you instantly forget your biggest heartbreak. Do you press that button?
No. And the reason why I wouldn't is because I feel like the ways that I got in my biggest heartbreak is the reason I even know how anxious I really was.
Yeah.
Like, I think that caused a lot of my self-healing journey because I realized I was like, oh, you cannot be this way. Like, this is insane to deal with.
Yeah.
And the toll it puts on you is far worse than just trying to fix it and being like in a better space to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
And so I think that having that experience just has made me more aware of what I need in a relationship, made me more aware of how I am as a person. And I think that to me is more worth it than just letting that go.
Yeah. Because the pain is going to go away, but like the
Yeah.
lesson is going to stick.
Yeah.
And that's what's more important than anything. Me personally, I'm pressing the button. So, because, okay, the thing is that biggest heartbreak, I did not deserve that. I just really feel like I could have really went without that shit. Like, that was unnecessary. Because I experienced, like, I feel like without that heartbreak, I still would have the lessons that I learned from the relationship just without that really hurtful part of my life. I don't think that heartbreak taught me anything. I'm going to be honest. Like, I feel like the relationship in a whole taught me a lot. And, like just the duration of everything taught me a lot. But that specific heartbreak, I could have went without it. And if I had a redo button and I just pressed a button and that is out of here, like I didn't experience that, I would be a much happier person because of it. I didn't. That was the most unnecessary and most hurtful thing. And I feel like it was so unnecessary and just insensitive and just like, I did not deserve that. And I don't feel like I learned any lesson from that. Like I just really don't. So I'm pressing the button personally.
Yeah, as you should.
Yeah.
Okay, the last thing. You find out your soulmate is avoidant. Would you still pursue them? None of that.
No.
No.
It's not worth it. Like soulmate. No. My
Very
soulmate is not
separate
is a not
to that
avoidant.
question. I'm starting to question whether or not soulmates. I think before I had a big hold on the idea of a soulmate. I think
Yeah.
now I'm starting to question whether or not there are several soulmates, whether or
agree,
not your
yeah.
soulmate is platonic or a family member. Because
Yeah,
I've been thinking about
sorry,
that.
you opened my eyes to that because I agree. Like, I didn't agree before, but I don't think that you just have one soulmate that's specifically supposed to be one type. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about it recently where I was just like, I don't think that I've ever been good at keeping things like very easy. Nothing in any relationship I've ever been in, it's never been easy.
Yeah.
And things have been bad before, but like right now I feel like I've been the best relationship I've ever been in.
Yeah.
And it's not easy still.
Yeah.
But I realized when I was thinking about it, I was like, if anybody I would consider my soulmate, it would be Ayana. But it's like we both are. Our friendship is easy. We both understand each other to the point where it makes sense, but we both know we can never be in a romantic relationship. Cause it just like, it don't add up.
I'm like, hold on, don't speak for me. Let me stop. But no, yeah, like I agree. Like,
but our friendship is so simple and so easy.
yeah,
and
it's
so
the easiest relationship.
I'm always like, is there merit to the idea of there being more soulmates? Is ease the way you should go about relationships?
Yeah.
And that's been a big thing for me where it's like, is easy the thing that should be the case? Is that the standard? Or is easy just luck?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great fucking question. Like, actually, like, I might have to do some insightful thinking on that. Like, I don't really know, like, what a soulmate means to me. Like, I think that more, to me, the idea of a soulmate is someone that makes it their life mission. Like, they kind of promise to spend the rest of their life understanding you and showing up for you. Like, that is really what that means to me. And I know that we have that. Like, I know that I'm going to commit the rest of my life to like always being there for you and really getting to understand you, because I will never believe that I know you fully ever. Like, there's always going to be things that I'm always learning about you and discovering about you, and it's fun to like see different versions of you and like look back on our past selves and know that I loved you even then and I love you even more and more and more, and every version of you I'm going to like accept. And I think that is the most beautiful like relationship. I don't like, and I don't necessarily like, for me, I don't know why there was like this Substack article, I reposted it, but it talks about how different we treat our friendships versus our relationships. And I've noticed that like I am so tolerant in my romantic relationships. Like, I like don't have a certain level of standard. Like, I feel like we hold each other to a certain level of standard. I expect you to like show up for me, or like to understand me, or to like take the like I expect you to, because I don't have to like even really say it, but like I expect it and you show up. But it's like when men don't, I'm like, well, maybe like, and then I just like start making excuses. But it's like in my friendships, I don't have to do that. And that's how I know I don't think I've really truly found my soulmate yet, or like one of my soulmates that I'll find. Like,
yeah, I think what you described is a good way to define it.
Yeah.
Is like somebody dedicated to understanding you.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I've learned recently more so is like, relationships to me matter when you decide to keep choosing each other.
Exactly.
And so I think because I've been doing a lot of reflection as to why I am the way that I am in relationships, and how it goes back to your family and that kind of thing. And so I was wondering, like, what about my parents' relationship is it that I hold so dear to me? And it's that they have a dedication to choosing each other that I was like, I think that's just what I seek. I always am looking for somebody who's going to choose me. Yeah. In extreme odds and all of that.
I agree.
And so
that's just a beautiful thing to have.
I think that like I'm slowly realizing that, because that's what I was asking myself a lot. It's like, what even is a soulmate? And I think to me, that's what it would require, is somebody choosing me consistently. And through all odds.
Yes, clock. Like, please.
So yeah, I mean, I just, it's interesting for me to like to have that whole like thought and wonder is there more than one soulmate, or is Ayana my one soulmate that I have in my life? I hope
we both can find someone that can love us in the same way we love each other, but obviously on a romantic and more intimate, side of things. That would be great. to have like the same level of intimacy that we have, but just like we don't have the romantic part. And I think we both deserve that. Like we have a dedication to each other, and I don't think that we will spare any expense to our romantic partners. And I think we both deserve everything that we seek, and we're gonna get that.
And I know that's right.
And if we don't, we'll have each other.
Yeah. And so that's what makes it so tea is like, I was thinking like, how lucky am I that like I found my soulmate and my friendship that we have in middle school. Like
that's crazy.
I think it's just, it's like I was thinking that.
It's
like,
such a blessing, and it's such a blessing
because I do think I hold other relationships to the same standard.
Yeah.
And that's how I always am like, well, this is how I'll know if this person is right for me or if I'm in the right space.
Yeah, I agree.
If I can compare them to the relationship that I have.
Yeah, I agree. That's so sweet. But anyways, that was today's podcast.
Yes.
This was just, they just keep getting better and better.
Oh, yeah,
like I had so much fun talking our shit this episode to Key with my sis. Thank you guys for watching, and please let me know your attachment style in the comments. Talk about all of the relationship shit that you had to deal with your attachment style. What made you realize? Answer some of these questions yourself too. I really like hearing like people's thoughts. But anyways, we'll see y'all next Friday.
We'll see y'all next Friday, and it'll be longer next Friday.
It'll be longer, I promise, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Us emoting.